Good evening, folks. Hello and welcome to Beer Tasting with me, Rebecca, from the lovely Hank. And I've got the wonderful Marvin right next to me. I hope everybody is okay. If anybody who is watching right now, please say hi in the chat room. Do me a favor, let me know that that the resolution is good, you can hear me okay, as of course I'm very new to going live on YouTube. Tonight we've got some amazing beers to try, 4 beers exact, of course, very similar to what we did last week. This time we're going to run through just some of the things that you do when it comes to actually tasting beer. One of the things that CAMRA runs, CAMRA, the Campaign for Real Ale, is to be able to, number 1 is about the sight, number 2 is about the smell, and number 3 is about the taste. So we're going to be looking, of course, at those 3 main things to be able to find out what we have, our opinion on these particular ales. Now, I don't know if you guys watching actually bought the box that we've been using, but I'm going to introduce you to the beers that we're going to be drinking tonight. So, number 1 is Vedette. Probably people say things in a very different way than I, no idea. But this is a Belgian beer, it's extra white. It's supposed to have flavors of coriander in it. And so we're going to be trying this one first. I'm excited, I do like a Belgian beer, tastes good. The next one we've got is from the Vocation Brewery, Yakima Pilsner. Love a lager. Who doesn't love a lager? I know I do. I prefer a lager over a beer, but I appreciate the flavors of beers and real ales. Very nice. So we're going to be trying this. They're all, apart from the Belgian beer, the other 3 are local. Well, they're local to the UK. The third beer that we're going to be trying is Camden Pale Ale. Now, has anybody tried this? This is probably one of the most common beers that we try, that is known out of the 4, apart from the Vedette, I presume. But please get chatting to me in the comments. I'd love to know if you've tried any of these 3. And the 4th one we're going to try tonight is Sorcery, which is a session IPA, and this is from Magic Rock Brewery. So let's just get on with it, shall we? Let's get tasting it. I'm going to start with the Vedette. Is that the actual correct way that you say it, Vedette? That's how it's spelt. I normally kind of just sound out the words to see, but it's an extra white beer, Belgium. Let's crack it open. Let's go for it. I've done it in the wrong hand. Don't know why. Now, of course, when you're trying beers and ales, you want to get the right glass. Now, this particular glass is a kind of tulip glass, so it gives you the opportunity to be able to get it in, and it opens at the top to be able to give it a good sniff. So let's give it a pour. Yeah, and we're going to go like that. So I remembered from last time, I'm not going to pour. Hi Ian, lovely to have you on board. Have you got a beer tonight? Are you going to be joining me for beers? Ian, let me know. So we're looking at the Vedette. It's an extra white. So when I see extra white, I normally automatically presume it's a blonde beer. So give it a good swirl. So I've got my piece of paper here so you can see the clarity. So it's got a slight haze, nothing major. I can kind of see through it. It's not, don't think it's going to have much body to it. It's got a good head on it. You can see that. You see the light there. I mean, if I go like that, there you are. You can see it better there. So it's kind of like a yellowy colour. It's weird because when I think about these particular colours, sometimes the way that I want to describe it probably isn't the best way. But it kind of looks a bit like pea, doesn't it? Kind of looks a bit like pea, especially when you've been to Belgium and you've been drinking too many beers. This is what you've got. So let's give it a sniff. Stick it straight under the nose. Right, I've got to give it a good sniff. Okay, so I'm getting a mild orange. It's kind of like, you know, when you've run out of the good quality squash, and you go to the corner shop and you get that cheapy 20p bottle of orange squash, and then you have to pour about two inches in to get a good drink. It's like that. That's what it smells like. Very faint, very faint. Just give it a taste. Let's get it in the mouth. Hi Star, hi Russ, nice to have you tuned in with us. If you've missed the beginning, we are drinking the first drink tonight, which is Vedette Extra White. It's a Belgian beer. Now this particular beer is at 4.7%. So normally when you've got kind of over the 4.5, 4.6 marks, you're really supposed to have quite a good aroma. Now the aroma for me is pretty much that very thin, dilute, cheapy, happy shopper, 20p crappy squash of orange. Very faint. When I put it in my mouth, I'm disappointed. I really am. But I'll tell you this, hang on. Yeah, I'm getting that spice. It's like, it is coriander. No, I like coriander. I really like coriander. Stick it in with some tomatoes and garlic, bit of parsley, make it like an Egyptian salad or something. I really like coriander. Don't think I'm a keen coriander drinker, if that makes any sense. I know that people like to have that, okay, what are we going to throw in tonight? Let's stick some coriander in a drink. I don't know, maybe this could be something really, really great with a curry, or something that has that kind of spice element to it. I just think in a drink, it's really weird because it's like cheap, happy shopper with coriander. It really is. It's like, you know, the aftertaste when you've been watching a film with your mates. You've got some Pringles and you've got some salsa, and then we've run out of salsa, and somebody goes, oh, I can make some, and then they use that dried coriander rather than the fresh coriander. It's like that. It's like I've got a happy shopper squash with a mouthful of dried coriander fused together into a very thin beer. There's a tiny bit of body in it, whereas I like something big in my mouth. I want to feel something being able to swirl around my mouth and feel it go down. And this is just not doing it for me. It's so thin. It's like it's been watered down. I'm just going to give it another go. I'm just going to have a bit of water and see if the water will do anything for it. Let me turn that up there. Okay, I've got my water. Wow, the water's kind of re-engaged the taste buds. I've got a fizz on this. I felt the fizzy on my tongue. But yeah, cheapy, happy shopper squash with some dried coriander. Let's have a look at the tasting notes for this. They've ranked it. It's been given a good score. It's got a score of 81 actually. It's from the Brewerie de Valmortgat in Belgium. Excuse me. So, huge head that fades to a thin layer, leaving a compact lacing. See, it does have legs. I mean, I don't know whether legs is just more for the fact that you've got in wine, you know, you've got the legs of the wine that you swirl around and you watch the lace fall down the sides. Russ, I love it. Thank you. I'm going to take that as a compliment. Thank you very much. But good, refreshing. So this guy's tasting cloves, oranges, coriander, and banana. Don't think I'm getting any banana. I want to get banana. of see where you're coming from. I kind of see where you're coming from. Imagine that you've got a bruised banana, and you know when you go down to the bottom of it and you're eating it and you think, oh, it's really good. You saw it was bruised on the outside, but you thought you were going to give it a go anyway. And then you open it up and you think, okay, it looks fine. And then you taste into it, and of course, you miss the bruise on the banana. That's kind of like that taste, mixed in with dried coriander and Happy Shopper orange squash. Good evening, Country Van Life TV. Lovely to have you. Thank you very much. I thought I would dress up tonight. I thought I would dress up, get a nice t-shirt on. Couldn't go all the way with my cleavage because I've got to have a microphone and I don't want it to be tapping away. But yes, we've just done the vedette. Now with the vedette, I think I'm going to start this off scoring-wise, because I remember last week we had the tiny rebel that it was just like, you know, it was the tree in my mouth jobby. That's what it was. So I gave that a 4. This isn't as bad as that. So I'm going to give it a 5. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Let's get some water in there, swish it round. 5 out of 10 for that one. Okay, so we're going to put that out of the way. So the next drink that we're going to try tonight is Vocation Brewery. This is at Hebden Bridge. It's a craft lager. It's at Crag Vale. Now it's using USA hops. Now I'm not a big fan. I will drink with you anytime, Star, not a problem. I'm not a big fan of massive hops in lagers. I'm really not. I know people want to spice it up and make it, you know, all fancy, like the look of the can. Now, the look of the can, it looks great. It looks great. You've got this kind of Illuminati type picture with the slash of colour over the top that kind of makes it like, you know, less is more, but there's danger in here with a secret group of the Illuminati, the Yakima Pilsner. Let's crack it open. Oh. Oh. Oh no. No. No, Marvin, no. Let's pour it in there. Let's start from the beginning with this one before, oh, don't pour too much. Okay. So it's actually, look at the head on that. I love a good head. That head's great. Can you see the head on it? Let me go like that. It's dying down quite quickly, but that was just shy of an inch of a head. That was good. Let's give it another spin. Lovely. Look at the legs. Looks great. The lace looks pretty. So let's look at the colour. Pretty much the same again. Do you know, I'm probably so poor when it comes to describing my drinks, because it's kind of, it's. Have you ever been to Belgium and really, really drank to the point the next day you're peeing exactly what you drank? It's that kind of colour, isn't it? It's like Belgian pea colour. It's like, I can't say it's golden. It's like a yellowy pea colour. So that's what I'm going for. Let's give it a sniff. Stick it straight under the nose. Oh, yes. Okay. Do you know, it's weird. Living in a van, I wake up and my nose is really clear. And then, of course, I've got little electric heaters, and then my nose gets dry. I switch them off, and then my nose just pours. It's rubbish. Let me go like that. Gross, I know. Never mind. Just give it a good sniff. If you've got your beers now in your glass, get it right under your nose. And do you know, I look stupid when I do it. I don't care. Look. Right in there, right up the nose. Oh, little Marvin, she's beautiful. We've got fireworks going off again because it's is it a Hindu celebration over in Leicester because nobody can go out. Obviously, people are doing it from their homes. So we've got loads of. Is it Sikh Indian or Hindu? I do apologise. I don't quite know. I've got no TV. I'm not clued up. Let's stop all that. Get back to the beer. Okay. So the aroma. I'm getting a kind of mild hop. It's mild, maybe with a bit of fruit. Does have a bit of a fruitiness about it. Just get it down the hatch. Okay, this is certainly not mine. Very bitter. On my tongue. It's not giving me that much of a beer journey. I think the Vedette is probably the only one that's actually given me a beer journey. It's given me a mild aroma. It's reminded me of the days when, you know, I used to scrape together 25p to get a Happy Shopper bottle of crappy orange squash. So that's kind of given me that. Whereas this is not doing that for me. It's just reminding me of when I got really badly drunk in Belgium in the motorhome. I drank too much, and the next day, my cassette. Do you know, I think the fumes that was coming from the pee that I gave out that night in the cassette of my motorhome, it could have drove me all the way back to Dover. Yeah, the smell, I'm just getting a hop. Now, what is it saying it's describing it as? A crisp and clean Pilsner creates a perfect backdrop to allow these amazing hops to shine. Now, I like lagers, and Pilsner is kind of like a building block of a lot of lagers. So when somebody tries to put like a hybrid twist on it, sometimes it just doesn't work. It's not working for me. Oh, it's like that fragrant aftertaste. I don't know about guys. Well, when you snog a guy, when you kiss a guy on the neck, and he's put too much aftershave on, and then you kiss, that's kind of like what I'm tasting in my mouth. That aftertaste of alcohol, a bit of a cologne. And I imagine you guys get that too. You know, when you kiss a girl and she's plastered in perfume. It's kind of what I've got going on in my mouth right now. No, let's have a look at the tasting notes for this, because I'm just getting nasty hop. This is voted, it's got 1% more than the Vedette. Let's have a look. Very, nose is pure citrus hops. Yeah, I'm getting a kind of grapefruit, kind of a lemon, the usual type stuff. Thank you, Jodie. That's brilliant. Yeah, it's very dry. Let's see what they're saying. Tastes like quite watery. It does. Do you know what? I've not had anything with some depth to it so far. I'm hoping the next two beers are going to give me that depth, because this just really isn't doing. Oh, Marvin, no. Did you have to? I've got nothing to waft it with. Oh, Marvin, you smelly girl. Oh, that was my own fault. I gave her a chicken. I gave her a, what are they called? Those like, ugh. Marvin, where's that awful one? Let me smell the Happy Shopper. That'll make me feel a bit better. Happy Shopper and coriander. Oh, bloody hell, Marvin. Yeah, I gave her one of those chicken jerky things. Oh no, probably not the best idea. Okay, so a typical American crossbreed, quite some distance from a true Pilsner. Absolutely. They're saying there's a mild fruit to it, dryness on the tongue. They're saying something of a similar to a sour cherry right at the end. Do you know I'm not getting any sour cherry? I quite like sour cherry. It's like it's gone flat. It's like it's gone flat straight away. Yeah, definitely not my thing. Let me just put some water in. We'll give it another swish around with a bit of water, and then we'll do one more taste with it, just to make sure that it's not a good one. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Got one little bit here. Let's have a look. Smells the same. It's just so hoppy. It's so hoppy. It's not a strong hop that you would be like, whoa, my gran has just taken a dump in my mouth. You know, that really floral, foul, like you've had your perfumes or your aftershaves left out on the windowsill in the sun, and then you spray it and you realize, oh my God, I'm never going to get rid of this smell all night long. It's not that bad, but it's certainly not my thing. It does not give me a beer journey. I want a beer journey. I want to be able to close my eyes and smell that gorgeousness of the beer, and then it doesn't matter whether it's a caramel one or a pineapple citrus, anything like that, and then take me on that journey of smell to taste. I don't want what happened last week where I thought I was on a tropical island and the next minute my date turned into a cheapy Sherwood holiday camping facility. Definitely not. Yes. So tonight this one is definitely getting, I'm going to score it. Excuse me. It's going down. It's going down. So Vocation is 4 out of 10. Do you know, it's weird. I don't feel like I can give it, I don't feel as though I can give it 4 out of 10 because the tiny Rebel last week was a 4 out of 10 and that was really bad. So I'm going to give it a 5 and I'm going to change for debt to a 6. That's where it goes. It goes to a 6. Let's open up the next one. The next one we've got. Stop talking about. So the next one is Camden Pale Ale. Now this is quite common now. So you guys have obviously tried this one already. I'm sure you guys have. It's in most supermarkets now. It's you can get it in most of the pubs and things. So the Camden Pale Ale obviously is from Camden in London, and it's a 4% pale ale. Let's give it a pour. Let's see what's happening with this tonight. Wow, look at the colour of that. Now that's amber. Can you see the amber? You can see that amber. Beautiful. Beautiful colour there. And you've got a gorgeous head on it. It's a lovely head. Let's give it a swirl. Oh, yes. It's promising. It's promising. Who's tried this? 4 out of 10, not great. 6 better. Have you tried this, Ian? Have you tried this? Let me know. Let me know. Okay, so let's give it a sniff. Stick it straight underneath the nose. Oh, no. Oh, no. What's that smell? Oh, gosh. It's like you've been... It's like you've been camping. It's like you've been hiking in the wet. You've taken off your boots and you've left your boots in the garage, and then when you come to them the next day to put them on and they're still wet, but they give off that awful smell. Oh, that's what it smells like. Marvin, did you need to go out? Did you come and tell me if you need to go out? Do you need to go outside? Okay then. Oh, it smells awful. It smells like gone off feet. Oh dear. Do you know, I'm not even going to taste it. Let's have a look at the smelling comments on this first, because this is just, oh gosh. It's so good. Russ, is it Brewdog then? Is that a regular thing with Brewdog? Does Brewdog make cheese-smelling beer? It's awful. Oh, I'm definitely on a journey. Oh, I think my nose has left the building. Okay, let's have a look at this. The English take on an American version of one of their iconic styles. Tastes like an APA with the US variety hops. Is it? It's not an APA, is it? It's got a California... It's a California yeast. Okay, so it's made with American hops, but it's still got all the punch of pale ale, just less shouty. Do you know, I don't know if I like the thought of drinking sweaty cheese. That's what it reminds me of, sweaty cheese. Just a beer brewed from a wet coat of a dog. This is so bad. Okay, let me breathe away. Some normal air. Just in case. It might have been the remainder of Marvin's fart. That's what it could have been. It could have been her fart. It's still lingering. That's making me smell cheese feet. Oh no! It's oh gosh! No, I don't even know if I can drink it. It's that gross. Do you know? For research and for the love of all of you watching tonight, I'm going to bear down and I'm going to drink it. Why? Oh my gosh, I might have to open up these other 4 very soon if something doesn't come up that's nice. This is awful. Oh, it's just cheesy feet. It's just as bad as a Yakima Pilsner. Do you know, I'm sorry for those of you who may enjoy this particular drink, or you know, you've had this drink. Are you going out, Marvin? You'll have to excuse me, folks, whilst I sort the little Marvin out. Come on then, you go outside. You're gonna go outside. You be a good girl. You're gonna let everybody else know how farty you smell. Go on then, because everybody will love that. They love a farty dog. Oh dear. Okay, so where were we? Yes, cheese and feet. Do you know what I love about drinking is what you can add with it. And I think this one's probably going to win tonight, only on the fact of I'm a massive fan of port and cheese. And the fact that this is giving me beer and cheese all in one go is actually quite exceptional. And I think this is certainly... Okay. It's just so bad. It tastes better. It definitely tastes better than what it drinks, than what it smells, sorry. It really does. Excuse me. Let's give it another go, shall we? It's hoppy. It's very thin body. It's very fruity. I'm getting a, not necessarily, yeah, maybe a gone off grapefruit. Yeah, it's got that floralness with a gone off citrus. It's like a thin IP, it's like a thin proper job. You know, proper job. It's like a thin proper job with cheese. Because we all love a bit of cheese with our drinks, don't we? So why not? Why not? Yeah. Okay, so just because I like cheese, not in my drink, but because I like cheese, I really did expect more from this. I really expected more from the Camden Pale Ale. I really did. I'm just disheartened by it. At 4%, it's supposed to be kind of, you know, this is the unfortunate thing I think with beers, is that people try and make them new age. And I know I said this last week, but sometimes it's like, you don't need to try and infuse cheese or happy shopper squash. You can make a nice beer taste great just by being original originally authentic. This is just too new age for me. Do you know, it's way too new age for me. It's not my thing. The bitter taste, I get stewed tea. It's just, it's very fragrant, very fragrant. Let me go let the dog in. Come on, Marvin. You're causing me aggro, aren't you? Come on then, little girlie. In you come. You good girlie. Let me take this off you. There you go. Okay. We need to go to the next one, and it's the last one. Then we'll do the recap, and then we'll find out what your thoughts are about what I've drunk this evening. Let's give this one a little clean out. There we go. Let's give it a rinse. I'm going to do the usual. One more go. Small little bit. Swirl it up. It still smells the same. Very thin. I can't feel anything in my mouth. I like to feel something big going down my throat. There's nothing in this whatsoever. It's like I'm drinking fizzy water with cheese. With cheese. Let's shoo that one away. Okay, so our fourth and final drink is Sorcery from Magic Rock Brewery in Huddersfield. This one is at 3.9%. Really like the can on this. It's very funky, don't you think? It's very funky. Yeah, I like it. Yeah. Okay, how's my resolution, guys? Because it looks like I keep going in and out of focus. I'm not quite sure why. Right, I'm going to open this one up. So here we go. It's going to go into the glass. There we are. Okay, another pea colour. It's pea, hazy. Got a mild haze to it. It's actually very gold. This one's probably, excuse me, the darkest of the golds that I've got. This one is definitely. Got a nice little head on it. Only a little head. Don't mind a little head. Oh, it smells like the last one. No, does it? Okay, so. Okay, I'm getting pineapple. I'm getting citrus. I'm getting lemon. This one actually smells, this one's probably the nicest smelling one out of all of them. Let me give it another swirl. Let's get them aromas. Let's liven up the aromas. Wake them up. Come on. Get into my nose. Oh, that actually smells heavenly. Is it because, though, I've had 3 awful drinks? Let me just go. Let me give it a swish. And in the nose. Oh, smells lovely. Mild grapefruit. Maybe a pink grapefruit. Lemon, mild lemon. Very nice, very citrus. Okay, let's give it a taste. We've got fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, let's do it. I need a second opinion on this. I really do. Okay, so I've got grapefruit, I've got lemon, I've got possibly a slight bit of pineapple, but not the sweetness of a pineapple. Maybe like a not so ripe pineapple, if that makes sense. Love a magic mushroom. Where are you going, Marvin? She said she's had enough. She's going in. She's going into bed, look. Can you get then? You done? Okay, let's get back to the beer. I'm going to burp in a minute. I'm really enjoying this one. Really enjoying this one. Taste slightly bitter, nothing too much. There's a slight dryness to it, nothing major. I like this one. Let me go for some water. Let's try it again, just to be on the safe side, you see. I'm feeling a bit squiffy already. Okay, colour, I like it. It's probably the goldest. It's probably the goldest of the lot. Doesn't look like pee. Smell, what you should expect from a good IPA. Tropical. It's not completely tropical. It's really not. Let's look at the drinking notes before I drink any more of this. Okay, so melon. Somebody's saying melon. Let me take it to the top. 86 this scores. This scores the biggest one out of the lot tonight. Gluten-free. Oh, yes. This is vegan beer. Vegan beer. So if you are vegan, this is a perfect opportunity for you to have some vegan beer. Amazing. You know, I don't really know why it wouldn't be vegan. Am I being stupid for a moment? What goes into beer that's not vegan? That's not all. Okay, here's a question for everybody watching. Why wouldn't beer be vegan? Barley, malt, hops. Barley, malt, hops. Oats, orange. I don't understand why that wouldn't be vegan. Let me look at the other one. I'm just looking now. What? So we've got... No. I don't understand. I don't understand. Goldest. Yes, goldest, Ian. This is the goldest of them all. We like a bit of it. Right, let's get back to it. Come on. Light golden, it said. See, the goldest. With a faint haze. There is a faint haze. Light hops, very light. Little citrus comes through the nose. Subtle tropical and a carbonated hoppy bitterness that's easy to drink and pretty light. Do you know, it's great to be able to have. Excuse me, let's see whether we've still got a bit of the carbonated element to it. Yes, it's weird. Didn't like that bit. Let me just take some water. Neil, they use gelatin to clarify the beer. Really? Oh my gosh, I drink beer and I didn't know that. Before I go any further, please let me remind the audience this evening, I'm not a professional. What I do is I like beer and I like telling you guys about the beer I'm drinking. That's all. I'm not a professional in any way. I have had one tasting experience with a professional at camera, and after that, I've been just going around different pubs, tasting all the different beers and all the different ales and some ciders as well, just to give you the opportunity to have the best review I can give. So when I describe a drink as a tree taking a dump in my mouth, that's pretty much what you're gonna get. That was last week if you've not watched part 1. Ian, I'm mildly dyslexic as well, so don't worry. I love a bit of Goldust. There's nothing wrong with that. This is probably the winner. This is probably the winning drink right here. It is hoppy, but it's mild, it's gentle. It doesn't fizz for very long. It's nice. The aftertaste is slightly better. Not so much, maybe a mild bit of stewed tea. The smell is what it tastes. So overall, guys, do you know, tonight's winner will be Sorcery. Yay! Yay to Sorcery! We're gonna give Sorcery it's gonna be 7. It's going to get a 7 tonight out of all the drinks that I've tried. Sorcery is the winner. And the loser tonight is Vocation. This is tonight's loser. Not keen on this one. Not keen on this one at all. I'm really not. So if we go back, let's have another sip. Let's have another sip. Let's clean me glass. Clean me glass. We'll have one more sip, finish it off, and then I'll tell you what we got next week. Let's go for the cheapy, happy shopper with the dried coriander because they couldn't afford fresh. Smells nice though, it does smell nice. I kind of think it's almost like on a dark beer smell. Like burnt toast is what I'm getting. Yeah, burnt toast. And then I drink it. It's like one of those drinks you find in a cabinet at Christmas that you bought 20 years ago at Christmas. It's like one of those that comes with a free glass, and you think, oh, I'll try that. In future reference, folks, don't try it. Leave it there. Leave it there. Wrap it back up. Give it to your gran. Give it to your nan. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. Yeah, definitely. The Vedette. It did get a 6, though. It did get a 6. We're going for the Yakima. Small bit of Yakima in there. Oh. No, it's just such a shame, isn't it? Hi, Nigel. Thank you very much. Yeah, the Yakima, I'm really disappointed about it. I'm really disappointed. Do you know what probably the good thing about it was? Is that I really, as a woman, I get drawn in. I get sucker punched to various colours. And as you can see, I like a bit of purple and pink. Purple, purple, pink, pink. And well, it's this side. I'm thinking, this is going to be amazing, when actually this was the loser. Loser. I still will drink them though. Okay, let's go. Let's go to. We're gonna go to the Camden. Another good glug in there. Do you know, I've just felt the bottle. I love this. I love this. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, what I'm talking about is this. It's this. It's like, so have I got one here? No. So on the video that I have at me at the Pebbly Inn, I had a bottle, was it a pint of moonshine? I think it was a pint of moonshine. Let me have a look, because Pebbly Inn, where are you? Pub 4, was it Pub 4? Pub 4, yes. Pebbly Inn. Oh, it could have been Mosaic. No, it was Abbeydale Moonshine. Has anybody tried Abbeydale Moonshine? Because they do a can, and it's literally the bare minimum of a can. So you have the silver aluminium of the can with this type of design sticker on it. And it's like, it's so bizarre because it's coarse. It's just a normal sticker, but the surface, it's slightly coarse, which makes you feel like, I don't know, it just gives some type of importance about the bottle. It really does. I love the logo. Nigel, I'm wasted after every episode. I'm drinking 4 drinks that's around the 4.5 mark every time. I get very squiffy. And then, of course, I do my after show videos for for all the social medias. But this one, was I on this one? Let me check. Yes, I was. So this was the Camden. I don't know why I poured so much. Do you know what happens? The problem that I have when I pour this much out, I have to drink it. It's of no bother. It's of no bother. It is a bother. It is. I'm really disheartened by tonight's drinks, because last week was such a ride. It was such an array of drinks. You know, even though it was kind of like I was tangerine, passion fruit, guava, papaya, pine cones, you know, all the weird things like that. Excuse me. The only thing that's really been interesting enough was the Happy Shopper and dry coriander. That was certainly interesting. And then, of course, the Sorcery. I'm really disheartened, really disappointed by Camden. I really am. And I love a Pilsner. Pilsner is a building block for the majority of lagers. I love a lager. And they've just destroyed this Pilsner. They really have. Stop trying to bring... So USA has their own market for their own hops and things that they do. Leave them to it. We've got plenty of good stuff here in the UK. We really do. As Sorcery has proven. So let's get this down, mate. And then we're going to start introducing you to next week's beers. Okay, so next week, are you ready for this? Thank you. So next week we have, I just don't know if I'm going to be able to say this right. Triple Carmelite. Here we go. Let it get in focus. There we go. So we've got another, is it Belgium? Is it Belgium? Of course. We have another Belgian beer. We do love a bit of Belgian beer. And then we've got Hemisphere Session IPA. I'm looking forward to this one. I am. It's saying tropical flavors. Now, you know what happens when they say tropical flavors, don't you? You have to wait and see next week. Then we've got the bottle Goose 312. It's going to be like a citrus lemon aroma on this one. Where is it from? 4.2 Chicago. Goose Island Chicago beer. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. It's got a haze to it. That's going to be interesting. Looking forward to that. And then finally, Siren Yulu. Here we go. Session Pale Ale. Now this one I'm slightly concerned at because I really like the can. I really like the can. And normally when I like the can of something, rubbish. Look at the woman's face. Doesn't she look so cool? Doesn't she look cool? Well, folks, I've had a wonderful evening. Let's have a quick chat with everybody in the chat room tonight. I'm going to pour off the winner. Sorcery Session IPA by Magic Rock, Huddersfield. It's actually quite close to where I am. That's going in there, straight in there. I'm gonna drink off the winnings. The winnings. It smells okay. Tastes okay. So here we go. Russ, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's been a pleasure having you, chatting with me. Ian, Star, you and I. The drifters. Nigel, lovely to see you. Thanks for chatting to me earlier on today. Martin, steady, don't drink too much. Too late for that, Martin. That time has already gone. Adrian, peace. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight. Star, that girl is a class act. Star, you let me know where you are when lockdown. Well, it'll have to be next year because I've still got some pubs that I need to finish. As soon as I finish these pubs, then I'm going to be free. So that I'm probably looking around beginning of January. I'll have a couple of weeks off. And then when is it? I think it's probably the second week of January. I start on tour again. So I'll be going back down to the southeast to see my family, and then coming back up again to start the tour off. Who else is there? Phil, good evening. Fair one, new age travelling. Beer goggles on, very strong. Yeah. Yes. Give Big Jess. Big Jess? Is that Big Jace? Big Jace. Who's Big Jace? He's doing my conversion to Big Jace. Thank you so much for doing my good friend Russ Henley's conversion. He needs all the help he can get right now, especially at times like this, and we really appreciate your thanks. So here's a big glug just for you. Cheers, Jace. Can't wait till next week. This is definitely my Saturday night sorted. Well, it's just something I just thought that let's do something for lockdown. Gosh, look. Look at my eyes. I definitely do feel a bit sloshed. So, quick recap, really quickly. Hemisphere Session IPA. Write it down. Get yourself a pen. There we go. Get yourself a pen. This is what we're going to try next week. Hemisphere Session IPA. There's that one. And then the second one we're going to try is the Triple Carmelite, I presume. Obviously, it's a Belgian beer. I'm hoping, do like my Belgian beers, only when they're really chocolatey. Love a bit of chocolate. Love a bit of caramel. Then we've got the Session Pale Ale Siren Yulu. We're going to give that a go. Give it a big bang bosh. Straight in there. And then finally, we've got Goose 312. It is a Chicago. It's an American drink. These are the ones that we're going to get. Now, I know that from last week, the week before, I said to people to order a box of beer. I have ordered my second box of beer. Let me tell you. So I've ordered it. Gosh, I'm really gassy. Really gassy. Where have you gone? There we go. It arrives. Oh, it arrives tomorrow. Oh, I'm excited. So this one, what I have, let me read out to you. In fact, I can show you what I have. These are the drinks that I have coming. Let it get in focus. Come on, didn't you get? It's not getting in focus. Kind of. Can you see the can in the middle? Can you see the can in the middle? You know that that is a Magic Rock. You know it's a Magic Rock one. So I'm hoping it's going to be good. I've got in these drinks, I've got another Camden. I've got Camden Hells. I've got Brewdog in this pack. Brewdog, I've got Toast. I've got AHB. There's loads in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put out a post tomorrow. I might do it later on tonight. And if you get chance, buy the box and then we can taste the beers together. Yes! How amazing would that be to be able to taste the beers together? Because that way we can chat, we can go through it, we can see who can taste the happy shopper juice, who can taste the dry coriander or the pine cones in the mouth. It's going to be amazing. It's amazing. I've had such a wonderful night. Thank you all. Just swirling that around my mouth, feeling it go down. Great. That was the winner tonight. Sorcery Session IPA. Give it another clap because it needs it. Love it. It's your fault that I'm squishy. Squishy? Squiffy? Oh dear. Well, we've got just shy of 2 minutes left before the end of the show. Would anybody like to ask me any questions before we end tonight's broadcast? It's been so cool to have so many of you join tonight. It's been amazing. Please, it would be wonderful if you could share this for next week so we can get more people talking, have more fun. Let's get squiffy on a Saturday. I think that should be my tagline. Let's get squiffy and really enjoy some beers. I know that we've got a couple of foreign beers here, but they do make a good beer. But let's still enjoy as many beers as possible. England, Europe, wherever. I mean, we're going all the way to America next week. Woohoo! Okay, questions. Where are you from? So originally, I was born here in Nottinghamshire, where I am right now. I then moved to Devon. I lived there for 13 years, finishing off my degree in hospitality. Moved to London, and then I met my amazing belated partner, and then moved to Essex. And then on the 27th of September, I decided, that's it, I'm moving into my van full time, and I'm going to follow our dream of traveling, but my design of a tour. So that's quite a big answer for your question. Where's Marvin? Marvin is there. She's like, you've just moved the quilt. What the hell? Put it back. There she is. My nose is dribbling now. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. I've had such a wonderful evening. I really, really have. I'm going to have to do my social media edits and snippets now. So thank you all. I'm Nottingham born and bred. No way, Russ. Chat to me on Instagram. Let me find out where you are, where you've been. It'd be wonderful to chat to you. If anybody wants to follow the social media, just look for A Motorhome Life of Hank and Marvin. Dead simple. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Don't forget to join your local, don't forget to join your local camera and support your local pub. See you next week, folks.